Good morning everyone. My name is Shailesh Sharma and today in this video we will discuss about the ancient city of Patliputra. See, Patliputra is the ancient name of modern Patna. So the modern name is Patna. Patna is in state of Bihar. So you should know the chief minister, the governor of Bihar, who was the first chief minister, who was the first governor. All this you should know. Second point is Bihar has a bicameral legislature. What does this statement means? It means it has legislative assembly as well as legislative काउंसिल. तो दोनों ऑर्गन हैं उसमें. लेजिस्लेचर में लेजिस्लेटिव असेंबली भी है, लेजिस्लेटिव काउंसिल भी है. इसका मतलब कि आपको बिहार में एमएलएज भी मिलेंगे और एमएलसी भी मिलेंगे. हर एक स्टेट में नहीं है, सब स्टेट्स में. एमएलए तो हर स्टेट में मिलते हैं, लेकिन एमएलसी किसी स्टेट्स में मिलते हैं जिनमें बाईकैमरल लेजिस्लेचर है. अब बात करते हैं, हम लोग वापस आ जाते हैं पाटलिपुत्र के ऊपर कि पाटलिपुत्र की जो सिटी थी दैट वाज फाउंडेड बाय हुम. एंशंट सिटी होने का मतलब ये नहीं कि अपने आप ही डेवलप हुई है, उसको भी किसी ने इस्टेब्लिश किया था. पाटलिपुत्र was founded by Udayin in 490 BCE बिफोर क्राइस्ट का जो पीरियड था 490, उदायन ने उसको एस्टेब्लिश किया था, फाइंड किया था पाटलिपुत्र को. अब इम्पॉर्टेंट ये है कि उदायन जो थे वो किस डायनेस्टी से बिलोंग करते थे. तो उदायन बिलोंग्स टू हर्यंक डायनेस्टी. दिस यू शुड नो. आपसे एग्ज़ाम में पूछा जा सकता है. ये एग्ज़ाम में ये भी पूछा जा सकता है पाटलिपुत्र किसने इस्टेब्लिश किया था. नंबर वन, उदायन जिन्होंने पाटलिपुत्र इस्टेब्लिश किया था किस डायनेस्टी से ताल्लुक़ रखते थे. ही बिलोंग्स टू हर्यंक डायनेस्टी. सो पाटलिपुत्र वॉज अ वेरी इन्फ्लुएंशियल सिटी. पाटलिपुत्र इन्फ्लुएंशियल भी थी, फ्लोरिस्ट भी थी काफ़ी, बिकॉज इट इज़ लोकेटेड on the confluence means the point where rivers meet. Confluence of river Son, Ganga. Somewhere you will also find Gandak is also there. The confluence of Son, Ganga and Gandak is there in Patliputra. So this was the reason the land was very fertile. Patliputra was very influential in ancient times. It was a very prominent city in ancient times. So it was very prominent till 7th century. After that, the prominence of Patliputra goes into decline. Now, how it was revived, that we will discuss later in this video. So these are the facts regarding Patliputra. Who founded Patliputra? The founder of Patliputra belongs to which dynasty, and etc. And the one more point is that Patliputra was served as a capital of many kingdoms that ruled that part of India in ancient times. So Patliputra was the capital of various kingdoms. Now we will study Patliputra was capital of which kingdom. It was the capital of Shishunag dynasty. then Nand Empire, after that Maurya Empire, after that Maurya, after Maurya it's Gupta Empire, so these are the kingdoms which served, for which Patliputra served as the capital. So the question can be asked as, which of the following dynasty did not had Patliputra as its capital in its time? So you will be given the options. So for that you should know which were the kingdoms who was served by Patliputra as the capital. So these are the kingdoms. After that, Patliputra, as I said, Patliputra was a very influential city in ancient times till Patliputra was an influential city till 7th century. After that, it declines. The prominence of the Patliputra declines. It was revived by Sher Shah Suri. Now, this is important. You should know all the facts regarding Sher Shah Suri. Who was it? Which Mughal emperor fought the battle against Sher Shah Suri? And where is the mausoleum of Sher Shah Suri? It is in Bihar, Sasaram, Bihar. So it was revived by Sher Shah Suri and was renamed as Patna. So this is how Patliputra becomes Patna. Patliputra was, it was known by the name of Patliputra until Sher Shah revived the city and renamed it as Patna. Afterwards, it is known as Patna till present. There were Buddhist councils held in Patliputra. What is Buddhist council? See, I had made a video on all the 4 Buddhist council that were held at the different places. So you can go through that. I will put the link in the description. But at this point of time, we will discuss about that Buddhist council which was held in Patliputra. See, the 3rd Buddhist council. At first, you should know what is Buddhist council. After the death of Gautam Buddha, council, the main aim of council was to spread the teaching of Buddhism as given by Gautam Buddha. In that series, 4 Buddhist council takes place. I will give you the link in the description. Please go through that. And the 3rd Buddhist council, under the patronage of Ashok was held in Patliputra. Now, what was the accomplishment of 3rd Buddhist council? Accomplishment was, what was done in the 3rd Buddhist council? Obviously, the teachings of Buddhism that were given by Gautam Buddha were spread in the Buddhist council. But along with that, what was the main thing that happens in the 3rd Buddhist council at Patliputra? So, accomplishment was Abhidhama, which explains tenets of Dhamma. What was Dhamma? Dhamma was the doctrine that was given by Ashoka after he joins Buddhism. So this was the 3rd Buddhist council which held in Patliputra. So where from where we have the source ki Patliputra was the capital of Magad. The earlier Jain scriptures did not have any mention of Patliputra, but afterwards Jain and Brahmical sources, these are the first to establish that Patliputra was the capital of Magad. Now, the excavation sites, once excavation sites in Patliputra, those are excavated by the Archaeological Survey of India, Kumrar, Bulandi Bagh, and Agam Kuan. These are the three sites that are excavated in Patliputra. These are the very important sites. You should remember Kumrahar, Bulandi Bagh, and Agam Kuan. These were the excavation sites that are excavated in Patliputra. After that, you should know about the foreign travelers who visited Patliputra. See, there were numerous foreign travelers, but they visited different parts of India under the different kings. But there are some foreign travelers who specially visited Patliputra. See, the first one was, this is the first foreign traveler in India, Megasthenes. Megasthenes was sent by the king Seleucus Nicator as the ambassador to the Magad court. Megasthenes wrote a book which is known as Indica. So Megasthenes was the ruler, who was the foreign traveler who visited Patliputra. Sorry. Second one was Fahim. Fahim, basic objective of Fahim to visit India was to collect the Buddhist scriptures and relics related to Buddhism. In that series, he visited Patliputra. He was also the first Chinese traveler in India. First Chinese traveler. He was a Chinese traveler. Megasthenes was sent by Seleucus Nicator. After Fahim, the next was Huan-Sang. Basically, he visited the court of Harshvardhan, but after that, the objective was same. He also wanted to study the Buddhism, and for that he had to visit Patliputra. So he was also a Chinese traveler. Now we will have a quick recap of what we have studied in this video. We had studied the founder of Patliputra, the sites in Patliputra, and foreign travelers in Patliputra. Importance of Patliputra, we can say importance of Patliputra in ancient times and how it became Patna. Foreign travelers visiting Patliputra. We had studied all this in this video. I hope you had liked the video. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day.